collection here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of North Texas. And wow, do we have a really special vehicle for you here. This is a 1993 Land Rover Defender 110. Now, for those of you that know Land Rovers and what's special about these, you'll know right away that this is something really unique about this vehicle. For those of you who don't, I'll just give you a little information so that everybody knows what's so special about this vehicle. First and foremost, this is a NAS, which stands for North American Spec vehicle, which means Land Rover imported it themselves to the United States and actually the North American area. Second, in 1993, which is the first year they did that, they only made 500 of them for import into the North America area. So that's 500 for Canada and the United States combined in 1993. In addition, this is the long wheelbase version, which they only did in 1993. So this is an extremely rare vehicle. And so we're going to show you, walk all the way around it, some of the different points about it that make it so unusual, and why everybody in the world wants to get one of these things. Standing here, we want to look at a few things before we walk down the sides of it. From here, you can see quite a bit. And again, I'm going to refer to North American Spec or NAS during this video a few times because I want you to see the differences of what one of these are. And before I even do that, let me tell you one more thing. One of the reasons why that's very important is because if they're not NAS, that means they were privately imported and they came from some other country with some other spec, and they can't even be imported unless they're 25 years old. However, one of the wild cards of that is yes, they could be registered in most states after they're 25 years old, like this one is. However, no matter how old they are, they can't be registered in California. California does not allow a non-NAS vehicle to be registered. This particular vehicle could be registered in all 50 states. So that's another thing. And there's a lot of equipment that's on these, like this one has, that the other ones don't. For example, you can see the full upper roll cage that's on this. It covers the entire upper area. It goes completely around the vehicle, very strong. It's a factory engineered and installed cage, so it's attached to all the proper strengthening points of the frame right from the factory. This one also has the cargo carrier on the top with the net to keep things from falling out. It has the forward-facing lights for off-road, and as we walk around this one, you're going to see it looks to us like it's never been off-road, but everything's still there. And now let's get over to the car itself. You're going to see how beautiful the paint, the fit and finish of this is. This is an original paint vehicle. It's never been in an accident, never been repainted. This is how it was delivered. About the only thing on the exterior that you notice that's different, maybe, is the tires. These tires were installed in 2018 while it was in a private collection, just to have it fresh and ready to go. It's been serviced, all the fluids have been changed. It's absolutely ready to go. And let me tell you one more thing that's very important about this vehicle. Besides being original paint, this vehicle only has 13,680 miles on it. That's right, 13,000 miles since brand new in 1993. Wow. Without a doubt, this has to be one of the lowest mileage 1993 Land Rover Defenders in existence. It may not be the lowest, but it is definitely one of the nicest and lowest mileage, for sure. Let's take a look and show you some of the more features about this particular vehicle. Again, you can look at the fit and finish of the vehicle. This is an all aluminum body, folks. So these vehicles are put together with rivets and different fasteners and things that you'll see just exclusively on these, but not so much on ordinary cars. But this is how the vehicles were built. Again, nice finish, nice gaps, everything in good shape. No rust at all in this vehicle in the areas where they typically get rust. You know, a lot of perforations and things you'll see on some of these, not on this vehicle. Okay, and I'd like to show you one of the other things that's very important to look for in these to ensure that it is a NAS, North American Spec vehicle, which is this federal label, and only the North American vehicles have this. So this one, of course, is an NAS vehicle, so it has it, and that's what they look like, just so you can see. There'll be a really nice picture of it in our photo gallery, so you don't have to worry about reading it from the video. We'll include that in the full photo gallery that this has. But from this angle, you can see the interior, just how nice it is, the original seat upholstery. But the only thing not original that we can see in here is the Alpine stereo in the center console. And it also has a 60 CD changer in the back of the console, old school style, but nice modern sounds in it. So full instrumentation, which is standard on these Defenders. Really a cool vehicle all the way around. It's even got the original kind of caution tag from the factory up there, and it's a little bit faded, but it's still there in good shape. Those are made out of paper, so they don't hold up too well. All right, so let's go to the front corner again and look down the sides of this vehicle, and you're going to be impressed how well this fits. It's still like a brand new vehicle as we come down the side. Look at the gaps in the doors, the fit and finish, the paint. There's a little tiny ding here, which is about the only one on the body that we found. It's really hard to find, but if you catch the shadow right, you can see it. It's an aluminum body, so shouldn't be hard to make it flat again. We've got the gaps that are in really good shape here all the way around, nice and consistent. You can see the factory rivets where the aluminum panels are attached to the framework underneath it. And again, this beautiful factory roll cage all around. A little closer look at the cargo net and the cargo carrier that's up here. Again, bolted to solidly to the roll cage. And now let's come down to the back corner and look forward. We're gonna look down the sides of this. Again, nice and straight, great paint on this. And back around. And now let's open up the back door and show you the inside here. So you've got 2 seats in the front, you've got 3 across the middle, and you've got these 4 jump seats in the back. That's room for 9 passengers, folks. What a great vehicle. And look at this nice feature. Land Rover does some really interesting things. This is galvanized steel. Why? Because so many people that use these off-roads, they trudge in and out, wet shoes, mud, you name it, and nothing like galvanized steel to stand up to that year after year. This one looks like it's in fabulous shape, so it's probably never been used. Okay, and looking at the back of the rear door, you have the factory tool kit that comes with it. We've opened it up, all the tools are there, all the Land Rover equipment, screwdrivers, pliers, you name it. I don't think you could take the whole car apart with it, but I'm sure you could do quite a bit. Anyway, it's there, it's still intact. And let's look here in the corner while you are back here. We've got this really nice accessory, which is a ladder up to the cargo carrier on the top. That would be very, very handy. So let's close this door. Again, really nice gaps on this thing are consistent. There's no rust along the bottoms of these panels like so many of them are going to have. And let me pause for just a moment and give you an idea. So many of these that you see here in the United States have been imported from other countries, Europe, Asia, wherever they come from, and they've been used on farms, on all kinds of areas, mountains, you name it, crossing rivers and things. They've been used as tractors, pulling things, pulling stumps out of the ground, hauling people, you name it. So they've had very rough lives, and they still stand up to it. And there might be many fine vehicles over here in the United States like that, but you just can't top an original vehicle that hasn't been used at all for things like that, and being a North American vehicle, which means it's never had those kind of conditions to operate in from day one. So back here you can see the receiver type hitch, and it's integrated with the tubular bumper. And here is the placard in the back that indicates this is number 194 out of the 500 of these Defenders that were imported into the North American continent in 1993. Now that we're in the right rear corner, we can look down the side again, seeing how nice this vehicle is. The fit and finish on this is absolutely like brand new. It's really amazing. You have to see it. Another area where that seems to go away on these vehicles that have been rolled is how the top fits, because this all comes apart and they don't fit like this with a nice seal and things like this one does very often. So this is another area where you can look for. And again, another nice feature, unleaded fuel. So many of the ones that are imported are diesels. They have the steering on the right-hand side. Of course, as you saw, this is a left-hand steering model, unleaded gasoline, 100% easy to operate here in the United States. So let's look down the side. As you pan down, we're gonna come over here to the right rear door, take a look in the back seat for you. Very roomy, very comfortable. Your legs go straight down, plenty of headroom as you can see. The windows up inside give great visibility, even from the back, looking backwards or forwards. Coming back outside, we'll go ahead and close the door. Closes like a bank vault. Let's look in the front door here from the right-hand side. The first gauge that you'll see on the right-hand side is an altimeter, very useful when you're climbing the mountains and things like that. Again, folks, these were meant for real serious off-road use, and so it has all the things you need. It comes with a standard 5-speed transmission, and when we open up the engine compartment, you're going to see, again, another exclusive feature of the North American Spec vehicles is this has the 3.9 liter all aluminum V8 engine. So not one of those 4-cylinder diesels or gasoline motors, 3.9 liter V8, so you've got some decent power too. It has the fire extinguisher mounted right there on the right kick panel, so they're very thoughtful when they built these and included everything that you need. All right, let's come around to the right front corner, and this is a good angle to catch the side of the vehicle. Again, give you another nice look at it. Again, folks, refer to the gallery that we provide, and you're going to see many photos of the vehicle. You can see it up close, and you really feel confident that this thing is really as nice in person as it appears here in the video and also in the photo gallery. The last thing I'd like to point out in the front is this really nice brush guard, again factory installed, and you also have this screen up in the grill for some of the rocks and things that might fly up and maybe cause damage to the radiator, so this will stop most of it. And also you have a factory oil cooler in the front, so many nice features when you really start to look close on how carefully engineered these vehicles were. From the brush guard, we'll move back and take another good look at this beautiful vehicle, and stay with us. We're going to show you the engine compartment, and then later in the video we're going to show you in full undercarriage shot, and then we'll finish by doing a driving video. So stay with us. You're not going to want to miss any of that. It's really exciting. Boy, wait till you see how this thing goes down the road too. So smooth and quiet. All right, let's take a look at the engine compartment. We're inside the 1993 Land Rover Defender 110, and we're going to start it up, and you're going to see just how quiet it is inside with the engine running. It's very smooth and vibration free. All right, let's crank it up. It's actually idling now. I'll rev up a little bit so you can hear it. I don't know if you could hear it, but I just did. Very quiet inside. Let's hop out and let's walk out to the motor, and you can hear it running from there. Undo my seatbelt. Let's see if I can walk around. There you go. I think you can hear it now. See it running. Really smooth. Runs excellent. I'm going to walk to the back by the tailpipe so you can hear it from that angle. All right, I'm right here, right next to the tailpipe exit, so you can hear how it sounds from there too. I'm going to walk back up to the front. Right here next to the motor. Just really nice running engine. It's ready to go. I want you to see the underside of this so you know why we're so excited about this one. For those of you that joined us for the walk around video before, you could see how wonderful this car is on the outside, but now you're going to see the bottom of it. Here we go. Again, it's a 1993 Land Rover 110, 13,000 original miles on this vehicle. Just the way it is. It's 22 years old, but it's like new just about everywhere. Okay, starting at the front, we have the old man EMU steering stabilizer. You have Koni gas shocks at all four corners, and you can see the wheels and the tires and everything are just amazingly clean for a sport utility off-road vehicle. And I don't know that this thing's ever been off-road. It surely doesn't look like it, but everything's in fantastic condition, as you're about to see. You can see how dry the engine is, and there's no oil leaks. The engine, the transmission, everything is in just amazing condition on this vehicle. Let's walk back a little bit further. You'll see the exhaust is in good condition. It's not rusted out. The frame rails, they don't show any rust on them at all. They're straight, and there's no collision damage that we've observed when we inspected this vehicle. Everything checked out just like it should. Here's the transfer case. It's full-time four-wheel drive, and it's all in good condition here. You have no oil leaks. You can see more of the frame here in the exhaust. Again, it's not rusted out like a lot of these older ones would be. Again, it's 22 years old, but it surely doesn't look like it under here. Great condition on the frame. It's nice and clean. We have everything stock back here. Again, the Bilstein shocks. And let's come around to the rear of the car where you can see a little bit more of. Okay, and from here you can get a good look at the Dana rear axle. You have a factory installed anti-sway bar in the rear, so you have sway bars in the front and the back on this. Of course, it's got the coil spring suspension, again with the Koni gas shocks. And moving back a little bit further, we have the tubular bumper, and it incorporates a receiver style hitch, so you can tow things with it. And while we're in this corner, let's take a look. This is number 194 out of 500 of these built, so very special vehicle here, and particularly with the low mileage that it has. Under 14,000 miles, folks, on this. And I just want to remind you, this is original paint everywhere. There's no spots, no touch-ups. It's just like it came. We have this nice option here of the ladder that goes up to the roof rack, and so both of those are very functional and great options to have. All right, well, let's continue back under and we'll look at the other side. Again, the frame rails are in really good shape on this, and everything just looks like it's very, very good condition and well maintained. There's no oil leaks. There's no, high centering damage of scraping over rocks and things. So what you've got is just a really pristine off-road four-wheel drive vehicle that just about go anywhere and do what you want it to do. And again, with the low mileage that this vehicle has, there's plenty of life left in it for you to enjoy and just have a really wonderful vehicle. So here it is, folks, the 1993 Land Rover Defender waiting for you. Wow, this is exciting. We get to go for a ride in this 1993 Defender 110. Boy, is it smooth and quiet. I just cannot wait to drive this vehicle. Come on, let's go for a ride. All right, we've hopped inside. Let me just show you a few of the nice features about this. So we've got 13,685 original miles on this vehicle. You've got the full instrumentation. Of course, you have a water temperature gauge. You got a tachometer. By the way, folks, this car is running right now, so very quiet, very smooth. Of course, your gas gauge. You have factory air conditioning. Here's your AC button. And then over here, you've got the vents, the air registers. You got a voltmeter, and you've also got a clock, and you've got oil pressure. And at the far right side, you've got an altimeter. So you'll know your altitude when you start climbing up in the Alps or your favorite mountain. Okay. And if we look down here, we've got a cup holders in here. They have little adjustments on them. Of course, your shifter, we have a 5-speed transmission, and the transfer case shift lever, parking brake control. And then we have an Alpine stereo, so some fairly modern sound in it. And what a nice vehicle. Let's go for a ride and see how this baby does. All right, we've got it going. purrs like a kitten. It's almost silent. Got it in first gear. Got your seatbelt on. Let's go. Wow, this thing drives really smoothly and easy. It just goes down the road nice. Well, it certainly meets all expectations for a car of this kind of mileage. It feels great. The steering's nice and tight. There's no play. The gearbox just shifts smooth like butter. Let's right downshift in here. Gonna make a right turn up here. Wow, very impressive. Oh, this thing just glides down the road. It's for a four-wheel drive vehicle, you know, a very purpose-built vehicle like this. It rides really smoothly. I'm just absolutely amazed. This is a very, very nice vehicle. And you know what else is unusual about this? It's got factory air conditioning on it. Besides the low miles, besides being super clean, factory air conditioning. Amazing. Let's enjoy that cold air. It's a nice sunny day. Why not? Window up. Oh yeah. Cools right off.